So my first time meeting Jerome was about a week and a half ago, and it really was divine intervention. I had been working with a really good friend of mine who is also training with Jerome, and we were working on clearing out some stagnant energy, some energies within my person, my body, just from, you know, the type of work that I do. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, but I also incorporate Indigenous practices into the people that I serve. And so really a lot of that work, you end up sometimes potentially taking on other people's energy, or whenever I do ancestral work. So I had been feeling for couple months a little bit more of heaviness, agitation, and even some rage. And so as we were talking, me and my friend, about maybe different types of modalities, Jerome had actually messaged her and said, hey, do you have someone that is in need of clearing entities, whether in the home or in the person and self? So when I say divine intervention, it really was divine intervention. And I really appreciate really him sharing his wisdom and just really being able to provide a background and just very clear information as to what would be happening, what would be the connection with the other beings, in combination with my good friend and then also Jerome, really doing the work to combining together. So I really felt supported in this genuine sense, because when you think about when someone tells you, hey, you probably have some entities that are, again, within yourself or some in your home, you kind of want to make sure that you feel comfortable. And again, because sometimes, again, these entities may not be the nicest. And again, in my case, they were really creating a lot of interpersonal conflict, physical distress, to the point where one of the entities was actually in my parents' home. So I really wasn't being able to feel comfortable in my parents' home, and I felt really agitated and angry, and again realizing, okay, this is not me, like what is happening? So Jerome really helped really create that grounding space before the session took place and explain things to where I felt it didn't feel, again, to the point where you may feel limited or feel scared to even allow yourself to engage in this, right, of clearing entities, especially the lower frequency energies and entities that, again, are not the nicest. So I really appreciate Jerome, as well as my friend, that really created that safe space for me and really took care of those entities. And I really also appreciated the fact that while they were actually doing the work, I was actually working. I was meeting with someone, and even instantaneously, they told me, okay, we're going to start this time. And as I was, in the session, I really felt everything just lift off. And even days afterwards, I'm starting to see more of the old self, or like my authentic self, come through, where I'm more lighthearted, and ultimately feel more of myself. I'm also noticing I can go into my parents' home more willingly and freely. There was one particular day, the day before the actual clearing took place. I could not enter my parents' home. My parents weren't home, and I just could not get myself to go through the door. I do have a key, so it was like not like nothing. Like I could wait for them while they arrived, but I really wasn't I didn't feel it. My body was having a hard time entering this home. And so as the clearing was taking place, one of the things that came through was, again, just that these entities are not just in self, like not just energies that kind of attach to you, kind of like leeches, but also in home. So I really recommend, if anyone is interested or even experiencing something that, again, feels like it's not of self, to reach out. This was a really amazing experience, and just at a point where I feel lighter, I feel more motivated. And I could see also in my family, like they're also more happy. Again, I did not tell them anything about it, but even days before, like I felt some of the energy